Hello and welcome to the next episode of the Explained series with your host, Dr. Bret Palmer. And this episode is going to be about foreskin stretching. What do I mean by that? Well, we all start life having phimosis of the foreskin, and it's completely natural. It happens as soon as we are born. As the human child develops and obviously as puberty kicks in, that is when the foreskin relaxes. Now, it may relax way before then. It may relax in 6, 7, 8 years old. But for some people, the foreskin may actually not start becoming loose until you hit puberty. And for other individuals, you still might have a formosis, which is a tight foreskin, all the way through till early teens. And for other individuals, it may never free up and it may be quite tight. And so if you've passed through puberty and you've still got a tight foreskin, what can you do? Or you're at the beginning of puberty and you've got a tight foreskin and you want to loosen that up. Well, first of all, if you're before puberty or just about to hit puberty and you've got a tight foreskin, don't worry about it, okay? This is completely normal. You will have a very sensitive head of the penis, again, completely normal, and the foreskin will be very tight. But what you can still try and do is pull back the foreskin as far as it will go, comfortably, and then wash it in the shower with water. You don't need any soap, just wash it with water. And over time, you will be able to retract a few millimeters more, a few millimeters more. Don't force it, because you don't want to force it really hard, otherwise the foreskin may get trapped behind the glands of the penis, and that's called paraphimosis. I did a video on that about a year ago. Now, paraphimosis is actually a medical emergency, and you need to gently, if that happens, if you can't gently squeeze the head of the penis and then push it under the foreskin, you need to go to A&E to get someone to do it. Because if it starts to go very dark in colour, then obviously nasty things can happen and you can get, the tissue can die off on the head of the penis. In the worst case scenario, gangrene well, the head of the penis dies, which is very bad. So you don't want that to happen, and it's very rare for that to happen. But if you do pull back the foreskin and it gets trapped behind the glands and you can't return it, seek urgent medical attention. And that's now, not tomorrow morning because it's a Sunday night or it's a Saturday night and it's all a little bit embarrassing. No, you go to the emergency department and they can just put it back for you fairly quickly, okay? And that is why you never force the foreskin. So you just do what's comfortable. What some other people do as well is when they've got, if their foreskin is quite tight, and this is just a cushion, so it's not a very good example. What they try and do is they get hold of the foreskin, and so the glands is here, and then they just pull the foreskin a little bit and just keep it under traction for about 5 minutes or so. So it shouldn't be painful. They're just gently putting the foreskin and applying traction, okay? If you're trying to rip the foreskin in half, then obviously you're going to cause some severe damage. You're just applying traction, just as I'm applying traction to my ear. That's not painful, but I can feel a tug to my earlobe, okay? And that's the sort of gentle traction you can do to help stretch the tip of the foreskin. Obviously, if it's painful or if you've caused some damage, stop immediately and you just bathe with salt water to help kill off any germs or other bits and pieces. Any kind of stretching should never cause bleeding or pain. In terms of stretching rings, I have seen them advertised, and some people say they're very good, and they're similar to, the concept is similar to people who have their ears pierced and then they put excessively larger plugs in the ear to make a hole in the ear. Again, this isn't a painful process, and with foreskin stretching, you start with a very small circle of plastic, and then you put in excessive bigger ones as the weeks and months go on. So it's a very long-term process. Do I recommend stretching rings? Not necessarily, not particularly. I mean, people can use them if they want to. It's entirely up to you. But it doesn't matter if you're doing it manually for a few minutes a day, much the same way as you're stretching your tendons and ligaments in your legs or back. It's just a continuous process, a little bit every day, and hopefully it will free up the foreskin or the area being stretched. If you overstretched it and caused trauma or damage, you can get the reversal. the actual foreskin can actually contract and you can cause the phimosis to get worse. And that is why if you're a young teen at the beginning of puberty, probably don't bother getting stretching rings. Just retract the foreskin till it's reasonably tight on their glands, and then that is all you need to do for stretching. That's all you need to do. If you need to do stretching at all. If you're happy with the way everything is and everything works according to plan, then I'm sure it's fine. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that episode and see you in the next one. Take care.